Hello Aries and welcome. It's your general tarot guidance with me, Julie Poole. Tea and tarot time. Grab yourself a cuppa, put your feet up. Let's have a little look what's going on for my Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and cross-watching. This is a timeless reading. Whenever you find it and it resonates, that's when it's right for you. Okay. All right, we got the Five of Cups with the 10 of coins and the 10 of wands. Interesting. Let's find out some more. This is the Marchetti tarot deck, by the way. We've got the Two of Wands. You're going in a different direction away from that Five of Cups. We've got Death card in the middle with the Hermit. So the center of your reading is that Death card, okay? That transformation, shift and change. I'll explain more in a little minute. We've got Temperance. You're healing from this sadness. That's nice. I'm pleased to see that for you. Oh, we've got the Chariot, victory. And the Page of Wands with new opportunities coming in. Let's get your affirmation out. What's the key affirmation for Aries at this time, please? And we have, I am choosing to make a commitment to myself. Let me just get rid of those. There we go. I am choosing to make a commitment to myself, to my happiness and to my goals. All right, let's talk. Come closer. All right. So Aries, your ruler Mars has just moved into Taurus, which is all about grounded, safe, secure, stable. We've got a big energy going on at the moment that's going to last for weeks. So I want you to bring this attention into yourself. This isn't selfish. This is like what's important to me. And you're going to make a commitment to yourself, to your happiness, to your goals. All right, because we can come up with those goals, can't we? And then we can forget about them. They get parked, they get forgotten about. But when we make a commitment to them, commitment means we see it through. We put the work in, and that's what you're doing. Now, the center of your reading being death is important. The central card is influencing everything around it. So we are, all of us, in this energy of massive transformation. It's breakthrough energy, it's awakening energy, it's wake up and smell the roses energy for all of us, all right? So for you, it is central that you're looking at and allowing, big word that, allowing, what needs to go, what needs to end, transform, transition, move on, move out, needs to go. So let's look at what that is then. Now, what I really like about this is that you start with this Five of Cups, which is obviously not a brilliant card. It's tears, it's sadness, regrets, it's emotional, yucky, it hurts, right? So we don't need to panic about this because underneath it is the Two of Wands, which is we are now going in a different direction. We are moving away from the sadness, the difficulty. We look at what we've been doing that has created that, whether it was a relationship or an issue with somebody at work or work itself or your health, whatever has been causing that Five of Cups. Oh, it upsets me. We are now going to do something differently because that wants to heal. We've got the healing card here. So this is beautiful. When we look at the combination of the Five of Cups, the Two of Wands, and Temperance. Temperance is the healing energy. It is a restoring, a rebalancing. You know, what goes up must come down. What goes down must come up. You know, we have a good cry, we let it out, and then we reboot and we rebuild and we move on. And so what this is saying is whatever or whoever has caused this upset in you, has triggered something in you or impacted, affected you, whatever this was for you, that we are now, by doing it differently, we're not, you know, we do what we've always done, we're going to get what we've always got, and we don't want to get that Five of Cups, we don't want any more of that. So we're doing it differently and we're coming into balance and we're healing and restoring it, Right, good. So let's move on to the next row. So we have this acknowledging something was upsetting. We're going to go in a different direction. And this Two of Wands is not just doing it differently, but stepping out of your comfort zone. It's like, right, if that is what I've been attracted to and it's causing me pain, I want to find something else that I move towards that is going to be more balanced, more structured. Yeah, structured. What? That's not necessarily a word I would use for this, but that's the word that they're giving me. Something that is new, that is more structured for you, will fit you better and work better. Now, we've got the 10 of Coins, which is a wonderful card, right, of legacy, financial flow, abundance moving in towards you. And it's coming on the back of something ending, finishing. And it's allowing you to move on, move forward victoriously towards success, which we want and we like. So for some of you, this 10 of Coins, this flow, this money, this legacy can be coming in on the back of something ending. Now, because it's the Death card, it very rarely actually means death. It means transformation, right? But sometimes it does mean actual death, and the 10 of Coins can talk about inheritances. So some of you may well be receiving an inheritance, a legacy from a loved one that's passed on, and that is going to enable you with the Chariot card here to be able to move your own life forward. Now, it's not just that, because for many of you this can be a job that has ended and you just think, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? And then on the back of that, you move forward with the Chariot card into something much better, with better money, with better flow. So this transformation, this transition is taking you into a far better place, and it is ending this struggle. 10 of Wands is the struggle, the burden, the exhaustion. What's been exhausting for you, my beautiful Aries? Is it overburden, overcommitment, overgiving? Is it that there just hasn't been enough money, and now on the back of this transformation there is enough? Whatever this is for you, this struggle is coming to an end. It doesn't want to be here anymore. It's finished, right? We've had months of this build up towards the awakening energy, the breakthrough energy, and now we're right in the middle of this breakthrough energy. It's not just a few days. This breakthrough, awakening energy, shifting energy, masks dropping, things changing, this is going to go on for the rest of this year. It's now really building up momentum. It's picking up speed, right? There will be more videos this week for the collective on this, so do check those out. But for you personally, Aries, I say personally, it's not a personal reading, it's a collective reading for Aries, but they want you to, when I say they, spirit, the universe, universal consciousness, your higher self, your soul, wants you to bring your attention into yourself and what is important for you. Because you've got the Hermit here showing up, number 9. 9 is nearly there. But the light from the Hermit is your own lantern, your own light coming in and taking center stage. This is a card of reflection, of honest, open awareness of self. What do I want? What do I need? Where is my light being dimmed? How can I allow my light to shine brighter? Because that's the star in there, right? So the star card comes after the tower, right? The star is your own light, your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your goals, right? And he's got his light in his lantern and he's holding it for lighting his own way. And the path is narrow. This is my light and my life and my path. So what is it that I want? What is it that I'm going to make a commitment to? Choosing to make a commitment to myself, to my happiness and my goals. So what is going to make you happy, Aries? What is the goal or goals? What is it that you want The Hermit takes time to reflect and ponder, meditate, journal, go for a walk in nature, spend time with yourself, and really come into the energy of you and saying, right, this is about me now. What's important to me and why? Because I want to open up to new opportunities and new growth that's going to help me take my life and my world and my awakening to the next level. The Page of Wands comes in with some new ideas and new inspiration, right? It's not the Page of Swords, which is the aha moment, but the Page of Wands brings news and ideas about jobs, about career, about relationships and passion, because it's wands. Wands isn't just career, it's about anything that's going to motivate you, excite you, energize you. Where is the energy? Where's the energy in myself, in my work, in my relationships? You're looking for these new opportunities and they want to come your way. So let's find out some more. All right. So I'm going to use the Light Seers Tarot to clarify, find out some more. Tell me more for my Aries crew, please. Let's find out a little bit more. Okay. So we've got the Hermit again. This is the universe saying, pay attention. I'm talking to you. You need to listen up. All right. It's a beautiful card. I mean, let me get rid of that one. This image of the Hermit there sitting on the top, the light glowing. Again, we're back to that starlight, your own light glowing, and you thinking, contemplating, working it out. So when we look at where I've placed the card on that Five of Cups, you're working out what is creating regrets in me or sadness in me. What do I want to do about it? How do I move it forward in a different way? We can dress things up and we can gloss things over and we can put them off. Oh, I'll look at that another time. But the Hermit is saying, no, we need to look at this now. We need to become aware. We've got a huge planetary thing happening on Friday, right? It depends when you're watching this, okay? But the Cazimi is all about Uranus blowing things open and some big revelations. And that starts with you revealing to yourself what's important to you, what your commitments are. Are you happy? Are you following those goals? Or are you pushing them to one side? There's that Five of Cups again. So double messages with the Hermit twice, the Five of Cups twice. Are you happy? If not, why not? What can you do about it? What can you do to bring the balance in with the Temperance card, the healing? How can we heal it? How can we restore to balance? Because remember, the Death card is right in the middle here, which is affecting everything. What needs to be transformed, ended, changed, let go of? Only you will know. But you're being asked to look at who or what in your life is making you unhappy, and how can we make changes on that and create your own happiness. Some of the time we focus on a dream and a goal of, when I get that, then I'll be happy. When I've moved there, or I've got that job, or I've got that perfect relationship, then I'll be happy. We're constantly putting our happiness in the future. I'm a law of attraction teacher, a transformational teacher coach thingy, right? But I totally am always on to, great, have a goal. But don't wait for your happiness at the other end of the goal. Find the happiness now. Don't live your life on pause, waiting for the goal and the happiness to come in. So where can we find that happiness now? That Five of Cups, which is a card of unhappy, is really asking you to look at, where am I unhappy? Am I perhaps too isolated? Or I'm hoping, wishing and dreaming for connections, but actually, if I could just reframe it that I can be happy with the life I have now, then I'm immediately a lot happier, because I'm not seeing a gap, a hole that I feel a lack of being able to fill it. Does that make sense? Yeah. Let's look at what is making you unhappy. Bottom of the deck is the Ten of Wands again, which we've also got here. So again, they're just repeating here. What is heavy? What is hard? What is the burden? Where is the struggle? And what am I doing about it? Or what would I like to do about it? That's too many. What are my options? Because that Page of Wands is saying, right, I'm opening up to new opportunities. Let's bring them in. Let me attract them like a little magnet to bring in those opportunities that want to come your way. Right. Now we've got the Five of Pentacles and we have the Eight of Pentacles. Right. So the Five of Pentacles is a card of lack of money, lack of support, lack of energy. Just, it's a heavy energy. You're being asked this week to look at the areas of your life where you feel lack, right? Not in a self-pitying way, not in a moan and groan way, but in an honest, open, let me look at that. What can I do about that? What changes might I need to make? Am I prepared to do the work? The Eight of Coins is the worker card, right? It is, oh, it's not the Eight of Coins. Oh, that's interesting. It's the Three of Coins. The Three of Coins is a card of collaboration and teamwork and not having to do it on your own. So it is, that's why they come out together, the opposite of the Five of Coins, which is I have no support. Nobody's helping me. I'm all on my toddle. I'm all on my lonesome and nobody cares. The head is down, right? It's a victim energy. But it's saying, right, let's lift your head up and let's look up and see what support might be there if I reach out for it. So first of all, start off with your own spiritual self, your soul, your higher self, your spiritual team, your angels and guides. They are there. They will help you, right? Start there. And then we work outwards to, right, who or what is in my life? Maybe a neighbor, maybe a family member, maybe my boss, maybe HR, maybe a doctor. It depends what the lack issue is. What can I do about it? So opening yourself up here to support from others to be able to move your world and life forward in a way that is more dynamic, because we've got the Chariot here, which is success and victory. It wants to move forward and it wants to release the burden and the effort and the heaviness and to move towards something that is flowing better. You know, we don't want it to feel like I'm pulling teeth here. I want it to feel like it was easy. It just fell into place. It was like a miracle. Let's align with that. And then that's what we start to draw to us. Let's find out some more. All right. Let's find out some more about this Death card. All right. Can we get some detail on what is ending, what is transforming? We've got the Six of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. All right, so the Ten of Wands wants to come out. It was there a bit earlier. Now it's coming out again. Right, so what has been hard and heavy is you being open to receive, or you being on the receiving end. Has it felt as if you're doing all the giving and not the receiving? Has it felt like you're unsupported, always supporting others and nothing's coming back to me? Because the Ten of Wands is saying there's something here about the give and take, the receiving, that has been hard and heavy. But the good news is it's the Ten of Wands, which means that that wants to come to an end. So when you're in that hermit mode, of which we've got twice, which is that self-reflection, have a good look at it, have a good poke and feel around, okay? Ask yourself, and be tough with yourself here, okay? Ask yourself, am I good at receiving? Am I good at asking for help? Am I good at receiving help? Because for a lot of people, the answer will be no. I never ask for help even when I need it. I don't like showing vulnerability. I don't like leaning on people. I don't like bothering people. That we're not good at receiving and then wonder why nothing's coming our way. We find it hard. Ten of Wands, what we find challenging, what we find difficult, what we find burdensome is to receive help. before we can receive help, we've got to ask for it generally, and we don't like asking for it. And even when we don't ask for it, you know, when people notice that we're struggling and then offer help, we don't like that. It's like, oh, they've noticed I'm struggling. They think I'm not good enough. We go into this defensive, push it away, right? When the universe is saying, look, we're trying to bring you help here, open to receive, please. Okay, so I want you to ask yourself those questions, because the question I was asking there is, with that death card, what needs to transform, what needs to end? And what needs to end is the struggle to receive. All right, we want it that to, can't get my words out today, sorry guys. We want to allow the flow of receiving in easily, comfortably, coherently. So we're going to come away, Six of Swords, from what has been that conflict. Six of Swords, let's just discuss this a minute, all right? Six of Swords comes after the Five of Swords, funnily enough. The Five of Swords is a card of inner conflict. You're arguing with yourself, right? And so that inner conflict is, you know, or I'm not asking for help, or I don't want people to know, I'll keep it to myself, or whatever those thoughts are. The Six of Swords moves through that to say, I can now leave that behind me. I'm coming away from that conflict towards smoother times, calmer shores. The Six of Swords represents that I've been through a struggle, but now I'm moving towards ease and flow, which is what I was just saying I want you to do with that. I am open to receive. Bring it on. Thank you very much. My hand and my energy is open to receive help from the universe and from others. I'm ready. All right, so I'm ready to move on to something that is going to flow with more ease and grace. Okay, we don't need to clarify these two, Ten of Wands and the Hermit, because we've already clarified them twice. But let's find out a bit more about this Page of Wands. So what is the opportunity for my Aries people, please? Okay. Oh, we've got the Sun and the Four of Pentacles. Well, isn't that nice? I love it. Okay. So the opportunity with this page. So the page brings news, information. You might click on a website. You might see a notification. You might see some news and you're like, oh, hello. Right. It's good news because it's coming in with the Sun, which is the most positive card in the deck. The Sun is shining the light so that we can see clearly. And it is shining the light on the Four of Pentacles. Right. Now, fours are our foundations, and the Four of Pentacles is our money and security and stability. Now, this ties in so clearly with the energy of this week because of Mars moving into Taurus, which is about stability, security, and money, because of the Kazemi that's happening on Friday, which is going to impact us for months. All right, so don't worry about, oh, I missed it if I watch it next week. No, you haven't. All right. This is shining a light on your money, stability, and security. Not just now, but longer term. What am I building for the future? What I'm building is going to grow, because remember, nothing can grow without the sun. So the sun is shining on your money and your stability right now. And that is fantastic. Oh, really good. Okay, let's finish off with, we're going to have some angel cards. I think we want 3. Okay. Messages from the angels to finish off with for my beautiful Aries, please. Thank you. Okay. A blessing, ascension, and the eternal light of love. All right. Let's look at these in more detail. So, the blessing. Oh, wrong one. Okay. Let's look at this. Number 39 comes to a 12, which comes to a 3. 3 is a growth and expansion. So you are growing, and this is a blessing. That's the tree of life. Look at the way your heart is lit up. Right? Can you see? Can you see her roots are really established in the earth? You've got the planets around her. She's growing. She's expanding. This is a blessing. This death, transformation, endings, really shining a light on your money and security and stability, moving away from the challenges, the difficulties, the burdens, and moving into receiving is an absolute blessing for you. You are on a path right now of ascension. Number 43 is a 7, and we have another tree of life, right? And he's just about to walk up those steps towards the light into his highest self. So you are moving into your full potential right now. And I want you to surround yourself with love, with light, with truth, with clarity. Number 25, another 7 here. 7s are very spiritual numbers. The eternal light of love is shining through you. It's also shining a light on your truth. All right, the theme for Friday in this Kazemi is about truth cracking open and allowing this awakening on multiple levels. And notice the way the sword is pointing up to the throat chakra, the sword of truth up to the throat. The mask, the energy for Friday is the mask dropping. I'm just going to be my real authentic self. I'm speaking my truth to myself, to the universe, to the world. I am being who I truly am meant to be, and I am filled with love, and everything I am comes from a place of love, comes from the truth of love, and I am really focused on opening up to receive the blessings that the universe wants to shine down and upon you right now. All right. So Aries, that's what I have for you. I hope it was helpful. Thank you for joining me. I've got another video going up on Wednesday. I've got another one coming up on Friday, both for the collective. So check those out. And I will see you for another Aries reading in a few weeks' time. All right, my beautiful people. You take care. Lots of love. Bye-bye.